Okay, so a short video on maintenance questions on the automatic Kia for drive lessons that we do. So first of all, let's start with ABS. So when I turn main ignition on, what you should find is ABS light on the dashboard here should illuminate and then disappear. If it remains on, then it's faulty. So if you ask how you check your ABS brake system is working before a journey, that should appear and then disappear after a few seconds once your ignition is turned on. Now, dip beam and main beam headlights. So we've got the switch here, we switch our lights onto dip beam. So now we're on dip beam. You will check that they're on by the warning light on the dashboard, use reflective surfaces, and ask a passenger check or use reflective surfaces, of course, or get it yourself, I suppose. If you do the main beam, push the stalk away from you, blue light comes on the dash, you know it's on by the indicator on the dashboard, the blue light, and you'll get out and check or use reflective surfaces, ask a passenger. So that's if you'd be asked how to check your dip beam and main beam headlights are working before a journey. So to switch on your dip beam headlights and fog lights, so if they ask you how to check your fog lights are working, when would you use them, and how do you know they're on inside the vehicle? So we need to switch on to dip beam, and then we switch this fog light switch in the middle of the store up, and what we'll do is we'll see the warning light on the dashboard. You've got the green jellyfish symbol and the amber jellyfish symbol to say that your fog lights are on inside the vehicle. You'd say you'd use your fog lights when visibilities drop below 100 metres. To check the bulbs are working, you would ask a passenger, get out yourself a check, or use reflective surfaces. Okay, well, on the subject of lights, we might check how brake lights are working for a journey. So you'd say, if they ask you how to check your brake lights are working before moving away, you would press your brake pedal, get out yourself and check. It's something you cannot do, so you would ask a passenger check for you or use a reflective surface such as wall or garage door while you glance through your mirrors. If they ask you how you would know your actual brakes are going to work then before a journey, you would say you would press the brake, should feel firm. Can't say it wouldn't feel if it should feel like a clutch pedal, because unfortunately you haven't got a clutch pedal. So you just say when you press it, it should feel firm. You could expand on that when you brake, it shouldn't pull to either side. To check that your handbrake has sufficient when it's working before a journey, you would say that you press your foot brake, lift the handbrake up, should feel resistance before it reaches the end of its travel. To know signs of excessive wear, you would feel the handbrake travel quite high. Okay, so that's that. To demist your front and back window, beep the horn, lower and raise your side window, wash the front or back window. This is something you would be asked when driving, but just finishing off the ones on the inside. If they ask you how to check your head restraints adjusted correctly, you would say you'd press the button in, move it up or down, but you'd make sure your head restraint, your eyes and ears are in the middle. If you wanted to do the ones when driving them, so you turn this one to demist your front window, press the button in to demist your back window. So it'll be one of those questions, not both front and back, just one, front or the back. To wash the front, you pull the stalk towards you to wash the front, push away from you to wash the back. They might ask you to switch on your dip beam headlights too, which is of course what you're familiar with when we were doing the maintenance questions just then. To beat your horn is what you might press, and to slightly lower and raise your electric side window. So they're the maintenance questions they might ask you. Hopefully you can look and see on this channel and the videos there to see if you can actually make sure you know them inside out. Final one. Left and right signals, if you want to check those for working for a journey, just put your left signal on, right signal on, and you could get out, check, use reflective surfaces, ask a passenger. You can press hazard light switch and you can check all 6 bulbs are working. Okay, that's those, and we're going to run an outside and do the exterior checks now. So, maintenance questions underneath the bonnet. So here's the bonnet catch, pull the bonnet release. Lift this catch up that's just here underneath the bonnet, and then we use a prop just to pop it into the arrow here just to keep it supported, vertical stick. This is where you'll check it all. Remember not to touch any parts of it because it might be hot. This is where the dipstick is, so you pull the dipstick out, wipe it clean, put it back in, take it out for the reading and make sure it's between minimum and maximum mark. If you need to fill it up, you'll fill it up here. If you ask how you'll check your oil at sufficient level, and where you fill it up, it's just there. That's where you check. Now how to check your engine coolant level and you know it has sufficient fluid. You look on the side of this bottle here, it says engine coolant on it, make sure it's between minimum and maximum marks, that's lower and full. If you actually check your brake fluid on the side of the bottle, you look on the side that it's between minimum and maximum here. If they ask you where to find recommended oils fluids, you'll find it in your manual. How often you do those checks, you'll say you do them every day. Recommended fluid found in the handbook, and of course engine cold. Your screw wash is actually here. Unfortunately, you can't see a level on that one, so all you do is you say you keep that one regularly topped up. So again, where you fill the engine oil up is here, where you check the engine oil is here, engine coolant, brake fluid, screen wash. Okay, then you would replace the catch, so you put the catch back into its lug, flat waist height, giving it a drop. Dash now check your tyres are legal and okay for road use. You'll point out first of all you got all 4 tyres and the spray if you have one. You'll check that the tread is above 1.6mm of tread around the whole tyre with no cuts and bulges. Recommended tyres found in your tyre pressure found in the manual. You'll check with a tyre pressure gauge. Okay.